Namaste children. Today we are going to study about the transverse section of monocot stem. Here we have certain regions called zones where the first is the epidermis, next you have sclerenchyma cells, then you have ground tissue and then vascular bundle. The first layer is the cuticle. So cuticle is a waxy covering. Here in the case of monocot stem, it is thick. Next layer, that is the violet colored layer, is epidermis. It is made up of single layered parenchymatous cells. So next, the epidermis also consists of stomata. Already we have said that cuticle is present on the top of the epidermis. The next layer is called the hypodermis. The hypodermis is made up of specialized cells called sclerenchyma cells. About 2 to 3 layers of cells are here in the hypodermis. Next comes the vascular bundle. You know that vascular bundle always it contains vascular tissue means it contains xylem and phloem. So here the vascular bundle is arranged in the form of conjoint, collateral, closed, and there is no cambium. So it is called closed. So here xylem and the phloem you can see here conjoint, they are joined together. So it is conjoint and collateral arranged on the inner side and the outer side one above the other. So it is collateral and there is no cambium cell, so it is closed. Next is the ground tissue. Here the vascular bundle in the form of circles, they can be seen scattered in the ground tissue. So the ground tissue is not differentiated into cortex or any other layers. So it is not differentiated into cortex, endodermis and pericycle as we saw in the before cases. So here in another vascular bundle you can clearly see the protoxylem and the metaxylem. So metaxylem is the bigger cells and the protoxylem is the smaller cell. So here you can see end-arc arrangement with metaxylem towards the periphery and protoxylem towards the center. So as I said, protoxylem is towards the center and metaxylem is towards the periphery, and this is end-arc arrangement. Next you have near the protoxylem you have a large cell. So that is lysogenous cavity they say. So lysogenous cavity is also called as protoxylem lacuna. In our book, this lysogenous cavity will not be present. So you have to remember that it is the protoxylem lacuna. So next, around that xylem and the phloem vessels, you can see it is sclerenchyma cells. It is fully enclosed. The xylem and the phloem cells are fully enclosed by sclerenchyma cell. So these form the vascular bundle. So sclerenchyma cell enclosing the vascular tissues, together we call it as vascular bundle. So it is otherwise called as bundle sheath. So just a small recap here. Internal structure of monocot stem. This is seen in the case of maize. So first one is the first layer is the epidermis, then the hypodermis, then the ground tissue, then the vascular bundles. So the epidermis, it is the outermost layer and it is single layer of parenchyma cells. Multicellular has. It is absent here. It is covered with a thick cuticle and the stomata are less in number. Hypodermis, it is few layers made up of few layers of sclerenchyma cells, and also interrupted patches of chlorenchyma cells can be seen. That is, it also contains chloroplast. So the sclerenchyma cells is meant for the mechanical support of the plants, and the chlorenchyma cells is meant for the photosynthesis process. Next comes the ground tissue. So as I said, in ground tissue the vascular bundle is spreaded or scattered here and there, like in the case of watermelon. The watermelon seeds are scattered. Similarly, here the vascular bundles are scattered in the ground tissue. So ground tissue is the entire mass of parenchyma cells. Yes, it is extended next to the hypodermis, and it's not differentiated into the cortex, endodermis, pericycle and pith. So the vascular bundles, when we say about vascular bundle, it has xylem and phloem. Here xylem has metaxylem and protoxylem, and phloem, it also has sieve tubes and companion cells, and there is no phloem fibers and no phloem parenchyma cells are present. So but it contains sieve tubes and companion cells. What is the sieve tubes and companion cells? They are just helper cells for the phloem. It helps in the transport of food materials. So what is the main function of the xylem vessel? To transport the water and minerals, and the function of phloem is to transport the food particles. So when we see about the arrangement of the protoxylem and metaxylem, how it is arranged in the form of V or Y shaped. So if you see the diagram, it will be clearly visible. So two sides you have a metaxylem, and in between you have a protoxylem that shows a V shaped structure. So here the protoxylem, under the protoxylem another empty cell, a large empty cell will be present, but it's not actually empty, it is filled with water. So it is called as protoxylem lacuna. The next one is the bundle sheath. So as I said, vascular bundle, in the vascular bundle you have xylem and phloem vessels. So vascular bundle is like, it is scattered in the ground tissue. It is skull shaped. So skull shaped, V shaped, Y shaped, everything is the same. So in the skull you have the portion for 2 eyes and 1 mouth. The same way here also the xylem vessels are arranged. So it is skull shaped, endarc, closed, conjoint, collateral, as I said before. Then if you see the vascular bundle, around the vascular bundle you have sclerenchyma cells. So along with that sclerenchyma cell, that vascular bundle is called as bundle sheath. So talking about the pith, it is not differentiated into monocot stems. So it is fully present. So all parenchyma cells are fully present. In between that vascular bundle is scattered. Thank you, children.